Okay, mamas, this video is for you. It is coming at you with high requests from all the moms in my office who sit there and say, why didn't I know this information? Why didn't anybody tell me? Today we are talking about tongue tie. Tongue and lip tie go together. So when I say tongue tie, we're pretty much talking about tongue and lip ties. So let's go through it. Let's talk about what is a tongue tie and why is a chiropractor talking about tongue and lip ties. So what is a tongue tie? Tongue ties are also known as ankylosing or tethered oral tissue. So when we say tethered oral tissue, we mean lip, we mean tongue, we mean buccal or even cheek ties, or just any oral restrictions in that oral tissue. So when we're talking about tongue tie, what happens is the strip of tissue that anchors the tongue to the floor of the mouth is too short. So the tongue cannot move like it is supposed to. It restricts the movement and the function of the tongue. Usually this is accompanied by the lip tie, which is in the upper lip, which is the piece of connective tissue connecting the upper lip to the upper gums. And it restricts the mouth's mobility if it's too thick or too tight. So when we talk about lip tie, this lip is tight. When we talk about tongue tie, the tongue is actually tied to the floor of the mouth. So this causes trouble with nursing and latch. It also causes problems for both mama and baby, huge problems. If we don't get these fixed, they can have further implications such as speech issues, feeding issues, issues with their palate, and even issues with when their teeth come in and orthodontic work. So how common is the lip and tongue tie? If you ask me as a pediatric chiropractor, I see it a ton, but so many mamas come to me and are like, I've been to 2 pediatricians, I've been to an ENT, no one is listening, no one believes this is actually happening with my baby. So we really don't know how common the tongue and lip tie is as far as research goes. Some say it's between 3 and 5% of babies, some say it could be even up to 11% of babies have a tongue and lip tie. So there's lots of debate on whether it's being overdiagnosed or underdiagnosed right now. So most pediatricians are not trained to assess for it properly, so they're just not seeing it. So then some of these babies end up in our office with complaints of colic and fussiness and other issues, and we find the tongue and lip tie because as a pediatric chiropractor, I am trained. I have special training in tongue ties to actually find which babies have a tongue or a lip tie. So what are some symptoms? What are we talking about? Obviously, if you notice your baby can't move their tongue very well or their upper lip is really not moving good, that's a sign. A lot of times we see it because the baby is having trouble nursing. So they are having trouble attaching to the breast and staying on the breast. They can seem unsettled. They can seem hungry all the time. There's a clicking sound when they're nursing. They can just hear that tongue clicking, and babies not gaining weight like they should. They're just not thriving. They're coming in. They're just kind of skinny, and mom says they're nursing. They're trying, but they're not gaining weight. And then just the fussiness, the colic, the reflux, it all goes together with this tongue and lip tie. So most of the minor colic and digestive stress in babies these are the same symptoms. So when you go to your provider and you say these things are not gaining weight, they're having difficulty nursing, they're going to say, oh, well, you need to stop breastfeeding. You need to switch to formula. We need to find the root cause. And that's what I tell these mamas. The root cause of your child's nursing and sleeping issues is not stop nursing. We need to find out why. And a lot of times we see these tongue and lip tie issues. Another symptom is blisters on the lip, blisters on the top or the bottom of the lip from them kind of pulling their lip up underneath. But it's not just about the look of the tongue and the lip. It's all about function. And so if they look kind of bad, but the baby's functioning well, we don't worry so much about it. We worry when they're having all these issues. They're not nursing good. They're clicking, they're fussing, they're refluxy. So what are some red flags for you as the mother? If you have sore or cracked nipples, baby is not latching well. A good latch, you should never have cracked or sore nipples. If you've had mastitis, red flag. Your baby probably has a tongue or a lip tie. And if you're having a low milk supply, then baby is obviously having trouble with the latch. And so baby is not gaining weight because they're not latching well and they're not getting that good hind milk back in the back of the breast. So if they're not latching well and they're not gaining weight, or when they're clicking and they're taking in a bunch of air, they take in all this air in their belly. So now they're gassy and they're just full of gas and they're fussy and they're just a tough baby to deal with. So then they're labeled colicky. So this is how the whole pattern works. So when they come into my office, whenever I see an infant, I always assess for lip and tongue tie. So, many natural health practitioners have begun to link things like motor delays, speech delays, sleep disturbances, tooth decay, and sensory integration disorders as a process and a part of a tongue tie finding. So, there's a lot of different practitioners that are doing these things and seeing these lip and tongue ties because they're seeing the ramifications later on. The dentists are seeing the tooth decay, and then the speech therapists are seeing speech delays. And so sensory processing integration happens, with OT and with some of the social work at school. So understand that older kids and adults can still have a tongue or a lip tie, and it can still be revised even if you're older. And so a lot of patients, a lot of adults have a lot of neck tension. And so when they're tight in their neck and shoulders and it just won't be relieved, we always look for an underlying lip and tongue tie. Headaches, neck tension, sleep issues, you should always be evaluated for a lip or a tongue tie. And obviously, an adult doesn't want to see a pediatric chiropractor, but we do see adults in our office too. Dentists who are qualified, there's some dentists around, and we can give you the names of some great dentists that actually look for some of this stuff and assess for it. But what are some causes of a lip and tongue tie? Well, we know that it's kind of not really researched and we don't know a ton about it, but it's usually blamed on genetics. Oh, well, if your first baby had one, your second baby had one, which we are seeing. It has been related to the MTHFR gene. So this leads to problems with folate absorption and utilization in the body. So MTHFR has been linked to cleft palate, which is a midline defect, which is also where the lip and tongue ties are. They're a midline defect. So we have seen some indication that this could be an MTHFR gene mutation issue in these mamas. So also, a lot of these prenatal vitamins have folic acid, which is this synthetic form of folate, which is not a good type of folate. And then so babies are given this not quality form of folate, and that's where we see the midline defects. And so that can be partially to blamed. The jury's still out. There's still a lot of research that needs to be done. But tension in the upper neck and jaw in infants can be related to this lip and tongue tie. So we need a lot more research, but all we know is, mama, it is there, and something is wrong with that baby, and something's wrong with their nursing. And so we just want you to know that we hear you and we see you, and we will listen and we will advocate for you, and we will get you to the right person. And so this is a team effort. And so we work a lot with lactation consultants, and we work with pediatric dentists, and then also with myself as a pediatric chiropractor. And so I'm going to do a whole nother video on what chiropractic care can do for a baby with a lip and tongue tie, because we don't do the procedure to release it, but we are so integral in the work before and after the release that it is just so important to get chiropractic care for that baby as soon as possible when you do notice that there is a lip and tongue tie. So mama, if you're struggling, or a friend who has a baby who's struggling, send them our way. We love to care for these babies. We love to support you and validate you, and just believe in you, and we know that something's wrong, and we'd love to take a look at your baby and be able to help you and get on the right path of continuing your wonderful breastfeeding journey. So share this video, contact us if you need us. Thanks.